the understanding of humanitarianism for us is not about emergency relief alone, but it also includes development, livelihood, and sustainable environmental programs. So when we talk about humanitarianism or humanitarian accountability, we're having a very large scope. That's very different than when it started in 2003, which was relief and emergency. So there's a lot of similarities, I think, you'll find between our tools and your brand new tool. The benchmarks and the principles aren't that different, but we'll go through. So what do we mean by accountability? It's really about taking account of, being accountable to, and being held to account by those people that we're there to serve. And for us, that means that there's a responsible use of our power. That all of us in the humanitarian sector, development, have to recognize the imbalance of power that we have. So the Minister talks today about the money that we have coming from Scotland to assist those in need. And that money is associated with this power exchange. And what we're trying to do is make agencies, through our partnership, share the understanding and knowledge that the power imbalance is something that we can never forget. So we have to keep that in. And that's key to this question of accountability. So our standard is the Humanitarian Accountability Partnership's 2007 standard in quality management and accountability. And that's a long title as well. So for us, quality, what is quality? It's about how do we respond to and satisfy the needs of our intended beneficiaries, and how do we measure our quality? So HAP doesn't measure the food parcels. It doesn't measure the shelter projects or the livelihood projects, the outcome of the crops. It measures, with its agencies, the process that's involved. So we're measuring the process of the quality management and the accountability issues. We're a membership organization. Your membership is much larger than ours. At the moment, we have 56 agencies, and a number, as I said earlier, are small. These are just a selection of some of the agencies that maybe you recognize. I'm going to skip through some of this because it's time. So we have 6 benchmarks, and this is how we measure effectiveness across the sector. We look first off, what type of quality management system is in place? Not too different from your benchmark 4, I think. And it looks at the ways in which we as an organization share our commitments with the outside external world. So what is it that we're committed to? Where do we share that information, and what type of information do we share on our commitments as an agency? Oops. The second one is an information sharing directly focused towards our beneficiaries and other stakeholders of partnerships. What kind of participation and informed consent do we have? The key thing for accountability, as I said before, if we go back, is if we're talking about how do we measure accountable behavior to those that we're there to serve, it's about making sure that we have informed consent, making sure that they're involved in all aspects of the process, from our decision making to go in to our exit strategies. Competent staff, I'll talk a little bit more about later, complaints handling, but most importantly, this understanding of continuous improvement.